Reminder to subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the guild and the Discord while you're down there. Hello people, and welcome back to News Review. As you can see, there is literally only one card, because Madhead has done it again. They've screwed up another collab. Now, I know that most of the sentiment regarding this is negative, but the Doomsday Titan is not going to be dropping as a card. It is not going to be a card. And this has got a lot of people, mad, whether they've watched the anime or not. And I just think, I also don't really approve of this decision. I think it's like a terrible way to do things. But someone has also pointed out that it is, possibly a way for, to generate, publicity for the game. Because, negative publicity is still publicity. So, I'm just going to spend a couple minutes talking about it. So first off, as I said, the Doomsday Titan will not be dropping as a card, although he will have a stage in the game. I don't really know why they did it like that. He'll have cosmetics, I'll talk about that a little bit later, but there'll just be cosmetics, and this card is not obtainable. And it's just not an obtainable card. Obviously, this is because of basically what Attack on Titan, the AOT anime and the people behind it agreed on with Madhead, that allegedly, I haven't watched the anime, right? But allegedly, Doomsday Titan has not appeared in a good capacity in the anime yet. Think Muzan in Demon Slayer, or at the time, All For One in My Hero. Of course, these could be terrible comparisons because I haven't watched Attack on Titan. But the bottom line is, people think that the card cannot be obtainable in the game because the character hasn't actually been introduced properly in the anime. Fine. Why the hell do you put him in the game in any capacity at all? This is just a tease for, I guess, everyone. It's just haha, we're putting this artwork in the game, but we're not going to actually let you have it. I think me and, great many people would agree that it is way better to just not, have this card in the game, because you're literally ending the collab on, a whimper. The last week, no buffs, no nothing. Here's a picture of the Doomsday Titan, basically. About the fact that, they could be using it to generate publicity, they could, and if they are, well, I mean, it's working. That's the only thing I'll say. It's this is a terrible way to do things. You're upsetting the player base, and then using that kind of to generate publicity, if that's really what they're intentionally doing. So I think if that's what they're doing, not good, not the just a bad situation. If they did not intend to do that, then I can understand where they're coming from, kind of, because it's if the AOT committee isn't allowing us to put the actual card in the game, let's at least give the players some semblance of the Doomsday Titan. But I don't think this is the correct way to do things, if that is the case, because just not including the mention of the character at all would have been way better, because then you've just you're not essentially dangling a carrot on a stick right out of the reach of the player base, right? Hopefully, I like to believe there's good in people. They're not doing this for just to generate publicity, is my hope. And I hope they can, make better decisions next time. But, who the hell's listening to, the TOS English channel, English YouTube channel with handful of subs compared to the rest of them anyway. Alright, let's move on to the actual news, which consists of one card. The challenge stage Warhammer Titan Light Human leader skill is a joke. Active skill is also kind of a joke. CD8 Warhammer Titan enters hardened mode, clear the negative state of frozen while moving, and turn them into light human moonstones. By dissolving light moonstones, the character's attack times 4, and by dissolving heart moonstones, you have a willpower effect. Why does this card exist? Clearing frozen is everywhere now, and you get effects, that are conditional. Just a terrible card in general. this, like, you will probably never use. I'm tempted to even put him in trash, but, like, you know, get one just because why not? Rainer Braun is coming back. This is a card you should farm. You should farm it the first time around. And yeah, here's the stage I was talking about, the Rumbling of Doomsday. So, Doomsday Titan will not be dropped on the stage. Instead, he'll drop this freaking medal and a personal wallpaper. And that's the end of the news. Like, it's just, you know, it's almost laughable how ridiculous this last week. It's like, you know, normally you end last week with a bang. No, this is just terrible, you know? And I think everyone, like, has the sentiment that it's terrible. And even when, like in the past when people are mad about, like, you know, garbage cards or whatever, like, sometimes they'll buff it, right? You can't even do that with this. They've either, like, intentionally made the player base mad, which, like, once again, is terrible for the longevity of the game, or, like, they've made a bad decision that they can't really go back on because they, like, legally cannot release the Doomsday Titan card because of, you know, the agreement they've got with, you know, the AOT committee. So, you know, just terrible all around, really. Once again, hopefully they do better in the future. Jesus Christ. Possibly the worst one. Like, there wasn't even a nightmare stage for this. Like, I'm sure if this was done in good faith, which, I mean, once again, I'm hopeful that's the case, right? This was, like, meant to be, like, a nightmare stage or something in, like, Manhead's mind. Except, like, you know, they probably got shafted by, like, copyright, and then now they're like, oh, you know, here's, like, a card that you can't get. My god. Yeah, you clear the stage 5 times to get the wallpaper, and who the hell cares about wallpapers anyway? Also, you can only use one of them at a time, so, like, you know, I've got some cool ones that I want to use, but then, you know, I can only use one of them at a time, so it's like, hey, is Doomsday Titan really your favorite character, TOS or otherwise? You know? Probably not. And if you, oh my god, if you like Attack on Titan, like, if you have personal stake in this, you would be probably, like, way more mad than me. My god. Anything actually interesting here? Right, rate up for the AOT Diamond Seal if you haven't drawn it already. I have last time, but seeing that no buffs are in, I'm just going to exchange one of my Armins for Mikasa, since I don't have her, and get on with the day. But yeah, as collab is ending, there will be a second raid up right here. Returning ultimate stage of Boge the Elven White Thrush. This guy's trash, although get one if you don't have him. What is here? Nothing. Wow. Alright, well, possibly the most disappointing end to a collab that I've ever seen. My god. If you like this, please leave a like. And by like this, I mean the video, not the collab. I'm pretty sure nobody likes the ending of this collab. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below. And if you want to see more of this, hopefully less depressing next time, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. See ya!